24th May 2026. Mark this date because it could change your life. This is the date for the Civil Services Prelims examination for the year 2026. But here's the problem: the syllabus is vast, time is limited, and there is no clear direction. And let's get this straight, there are roughly 300 days left for the exam. That means just 10 months to build a strong foundation, to revise, and to test. So, what you need is a strategy, is a clear study plan on which you can focus on execution. So, that is what we are going to discuss in this video today. So, as we have seen, 24th of May is the date for this exam, and to make a plan, we first need to do some reverse engineering. Now, to do this reverse engineering, we need to know how much time we have and what all is the work to be done. So, when it comes to time, we have seen that there are 10 months left for the examination, and you can see this is where we are targeting to start off from August, September, October, November, December up until 24th of May. So this essentially is the timeline that we have at hand to prepare for the exam. Now the next question that we need to answer is what is to be covered. So there are certain sections in the syllabus that need to be covered. First is your GS portion, then comes your optional, then there is CSAT. Along with this, you need to revise everything that you are studying, and you also need to test your knowledge. So these are the basic 5 principles or 5 things that you have to cover for your preparation. Now, how exactly to go about this? Again, this is what we need to cover, but we need to understand what resources we require to cover this. Resources, as in the books, the lectures that you might refer to, all of these things. For this, I have already made a video on the book list for UPSC. I will link it up here so that you can go refer to that. For now, we will focus our attention on discussing the plan. So for the plan, as we are focusing on what is to be covered, first portion that we need to think of is GS. Now these are the major subjects that you have to cover for the GS part. If you look here, there is polity, economy, environment, history, geography, science and tech, ethics, and then some more topics which are essentially specific to mains. So, this is the broad idea. These are all the syllabus topics that you will require to cover if you want to prepare for this exam holistically. I have added certain number of days alongside each of these subjects so that it gives you an idea as to how many days you can allocate to each of these subjects to make sure that you finish off your syllabus in time. Now, this is not a rigid breakdown. It is not rigid. This is a rough estimate. You can tweak it as per your own requirement. So, someone who might have a background on history need not necessarily give so many days to history. They could rather invest more time in economy. So, in this manner, you can tweak it as per your requirement, but roughly, this is the idea because these number of days also align with the weightage of each subject and the time you would require to cover those given resources. So, if you look at this, now you have a rough idea of how many days you would require for each particular subject. So, our task now remains to align all of this in the timeline that we saw earlier, which was from August to May. So let us see how we can align these subjects in this timeline and work things out. Now, before we move on to that, one other thing that we should discuss is the optional. So for GS, the subjects mentioned are here, but your optional is something that you will have to choose based on your interest, the resources available in the market, resources including books and guidance. Guidance is also very important. So that way your optional has to be chosen so that it caters to both these things, and it gives you an edge in your preparation, because optional really is your rank maker. Apart from this, CSAT, it is a prelim specific thing. So you need to start preparing for CSAT depending on what is your level of quant and comprehension abilities. Revision and test, we will see how to incorporate in the plan. So let us see what can we do in order to accommodate all of the subjects that we have discussed. So to begin with, you can start off in August with polity. And as we saw, polity was given roughly 25 days. So you can do polity in the month of August. And once you are done with this, you can take up a lighter subject for the remainder of the few days that would be left. You can take up, let's say, environment, because it is a slightly shorter subject in terms of intensity and in terms of the number of days you will have to invest. Then you can do economy in the month of September. So by the end of September, you can complete polity, environment, and economy. Three of the subjects. Economy had roughly 20 days in that um timetable. So then you can move on to history in the month of October and geography. So by the end of, let's say, the first week of November, you would have covered your foundational subjects. This is the base for your preparation. These subjects are the bedrock. Everything you study further will be built on these basics. So it is very important to get conceptual clarity in this and ensure that you have understood the major concepts. Now, in the remainder of the month of November, you can start preparing with subjects like ethics or Indian society. So by the time December comes, you can start preparing subjects which are actually mains specific. What are the mains specific subjects? These essentially are the mains specific subjects: internal security, post independence world history, Indian society, agriculture, disaster management, governance, social justice, international relations, art and culture as well, but it is also relevant for pre. Otherwise, these, and ethics, of course. Otherwise, these subjects are mains specific subjects, and you can focus your energy in covering all of this in the month of November and December. Next thing, so if you are going on time, you will be able to finish off the major subjects by the mid of January. That means from February till May, you will have 4.5 months specifically for prelims preparation. This duration is for you to essentially go back to the preliminary topics like polity, economy, geography, history, environment, science, and tech, and do them specifically from a prelims perspective. Now, further details on this can be discussed once prelims is closer, but until then, your energy should be to cover up the foundational subjects by the month of November, and then to focus your energy on the mains specific subjects in December and January. Now, alongside all of this, your comes the optional. So, optional is essentially running parallel to GS in all of these months. Try to target finishing off your optional by the month of December, so that in the month of December you can actually start doing mains tests, both for GS and for optional. So, this is broadly how you can work out a plan. Now, this is an order of subjects that I have provided. You can choose to tweak the order as per your convenience, but try to keep the foundational subjects in the initial months so that you are done with your polity, economy, history, geography as soon as possible. Next thing, along with all of this, is your revision. Now, this is most of the time a very confusing aspect for aspirants as to when do you revise. The most effective way for revising is doing it in three manners, which is daily, weekly, and monthly revision, so that you are not piling up things for the end of a cycle to revise. So whatever you study in a day, revise that. Then, once the week is ending, let's say at the Saturday evening, you can dedicatedly keep for revision. So, whatever you have studied from Monday to Saturday morning, you have to revise. Similarly, keep a couple of days, 2 to 3 days in a month for your revision. So, in this manner, you can take along your preparation and your revision. Now, with respect to the test, there will be a slight difference in approach. If you are a beginner, first try to complete this foundational subjects, and then you can move on to giving the tests, and you can alongside keep the testing part in the prelims phase after the month of January. If you are a repeater, who has already done their foundation, then you can start testing and answer writing alongside your syllabus coverage. So let's say if you have covered polity, then you can just take up some questions to answer for polity and then take a sectional test for polity. But this is for someone who has already done their foundation. If you are a beginner, first try to cover up your basics, your foundation, and then you can shift your energy for testing during the months of December and January, and after that, basically. So this is a broad approach and a plan for the next 10 months for your prelims of 2026. Now, How do you make this into a working plan? You break it down into monthly and daily targets. How do you do that? Let me just explain it. So let's say you are starting off with polity. Let's say you are starting off with polity in the month of August. Now your resources for polity is class 11th NCRT, which is Indian Constitution at Work, and it is Lakshmikant. So these two reference books you need to finish in a span of how many days? 25 days. So you set weekly targets. For let's say the first week, you target that on Monday, Tuesday, you wish to finish off part 1 of Lakshmikant. Part 1 of Lakshmikant would include the features of Indian Constitution, fundamental rights, DPSPs, and all of that. 2 days might not be enough for this, but you can keep Wednesday and Thursday as well. So this is what you are actually doing. You are breaking down your monthly target into a weekly target. Further, you will have to break it down into a daily target. So let's say if this is what you have come down to, that you would need 4 days for part 1, then for Monday you can have a daily target which says I will complete chapter 1 to chapter 6. Alongside this, I will do my optional XYZ topics that you have planned for your optional. Along with this, in your day goes current affairs. Current affairs through newspaper and one monthly magazine. Finally, you will keep roughly half an hour to 1 hour of your day for revision. So if you look at one singular day, this is what your daily target will look like. So this is how you actually plan for an exam, and this is the plan for your civil services exam. Broadly, this is the long-term plan which you can break down into monthly, weekly, daily targets, and your daily could look something like this. So I hope this helps you in planning out a strategy for the coming exam. All the very best, and I'll see you in the next one.